Hey, ladies.
Hey.
How are you?
Hey.
It's a real pleasure seeing you up here.
So cool. We're fine. It's nice to meet you.
So officially, Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Robbie.
They're here.
Who you got here?
So, you know Rich, my buddy Rich, the other guy?
Who is this?
I don't know.
I know the guy who sounds like him, but usually has a beard.
Normally I have a beard.
He's so handsome.
Your boyish haircut. You look great. You look like season 1. Wait, it's like this. Are we doing it?
Hang on. This is where I get hurt.
No, you look great, man. You haven't aged a day.
You look great too. You look like, just great. Just great.
Thanks so much. So, normally Richard...
Speaking of great.
Right, so normally Richard isn't here. Richard, he had a thing.
Right.
He had a thing.
I heard.
And so this is
Doesn't he
Brianna.
always?
Yes. He usually just phones it in. But now we have Brianna and Kim, our hosts. Our hostesses.
I would consider that a hashtag upgrade.
Yeah. Upgrade squared.
Okay, I was going to say upgrade squared.
I was going to
say hashtag upgrade squared. You beat me to it.
Ladies,
Hello.
you certainly dressed this stage up.
We're cool, and we
What
should
is wrong with Brianna?
What do you think? We give you
Nothing.
business.
It's just like such an amazing opportunity to meet you.
She's been practicing that all weekend, too.
Listen,
It's actually like this on set.
Very similar.
I want you guys to have a really good time. Have a really fun, everybody. Have fun on the panel.
We're actually a very well-oiled machine.
What do you mean by oiled?
Lubricated.
Yes.
You don't get this with Richard.
No,
Write this down.
yeah, no, I'm writing it. That's what this is for.
Gentlemen.
Please continue.
Oh, okay. Oh no, it's.
Norton.
I think everyone here has some addition to Vancouver for you.
Jared's blushing.
We really tried to be cool. We tried so hard to be cool today, but we're just fucking filthy. We're
Yep.
just nasty bitches. We warmed them up for you. We got up in there. We got it softened. We got it wet and yeah. So it's just basically a room full of our brains in a bunch of different bodies. And we've all been thinking really beautiful things. Have fun with
Ladies
all
and
of
gentlemen,
them.
Jensen Ackles
And Jared Padalecki.
Wow. Well, that was new.
How do we possibly follow that? My double fisting compliment. Thank you, Mr. Ackles.
Thank you.
Allow me.
Yes. I got you too. Hey, look at that. See? Isn't that nice?
Wait. One more thing.
In the business, we call that a whip kick.
I think I pulled a
Hang on,
hand.
hang on. No, it's.
Oh, he wants to try it himself.
It's all right. He's okay. Look at that. He's still standing, Jerry.
I hope that didn't belong to somebody in the audience. If so, that's your mistake for buying at Kmart.
We already
Poor
beat
Richard,
him up.
he's so little and cute
And flimsy.
and flimsy. Hi, Vancouver. Who is a first-timer? Who was here at the very first Vancouver Con? Okay, welcome back. Newbies, welcome to our crazy, awesome, dysfunctional family. He's being dragged away.
Drag off. Feet first.
I think his arm.
Head just bouncing on the ground. Oh, that's gonna stop. I don't care who you are. That's funny.
Rest in peace. For those who are new, welcome to our, we like to say our crazy, awesome, dysfunctional, and crazy,
Yet
awesome,
functioning.
dysfunctional family.
Yet functioning.
Yet functional. It's not,
Barely.
when we say dysfunctional, we mean like this functional family. Like, who dat? Who this? This functional family of ours. True that? True that? That? No? No?
You would know more than me.
Without further ado, let's quit kicking Misha.
We're not.
Yeah, where'd he go?
Good
I
times.
think he's broke.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
A lot of people ask you about how you do the emotional scenes, but I wondered about the comedy in the show, because you seem to do it so naturally. Do you discuss it between each other, or do you just do it on the day? Or?
I think she's talking to you. Because there's nothing natural.
Oh, I'm the funny guy? Huh? Is that it? Do I make you laugh? What am I, a clown?
No, it makes sense.
It's all right. I feel fine being a clown. You know, a lot of the, I guess, if you want to call it comedy, is a lot
Yeah,
of
that's what she said.
it's, a lot of times it's spur of the moment stuff. For instance, the other day, just the other day, we were shooting a scene where Sam and Dean pull up to a locked gate. What?
Sam and Dean. With the little bow fins.
Pop collar?
If Dean were a fish, it'd be a salmon.
He'd be a salmon, Dean. Dean and Sam drive up to a gate. It says no trespassing, so it's locked gate. So Dean then we're supposed to just walk around it, but our director Showalter decided that it'd be maybe a little bit of comedy in the fact that Dean actually climbed the fence and then Sam just walked right around it. So
Rickety fence, by the way.
yeah, very rickety fence, and we're in our like nice suits, and so
No, we're in so much more. We are.
yeah, but you don't want to give it away.
We're not giving. We're in like it's the hottest day in Vancouver's history for that date.
Oh, yeah.
August 18th or whatever it was. Like you turn the news, it's like this is going to be the hottest August 18th. in
Vancouver
recorded
is melting.
history. Cut to us in slacks and dress shoes
No,
and
wool-
shirts
wool
and
slacks.
sweaters and wool slacks, wool sweaters, and we're shooting outside and dripping in sweat. No.
No.
No. And we're like, Take
No.
it back. And that's it.
So anyway, it was that was it wasn't in the script. It was just something we thought of right then and there. I thought it was a funny idea, so we did it, and I think it'll probably get a bit of a laugh. If not, make me laugh. And so I think a lot of the stuff that we find, those kind of like comedic nuances that reveal themselves when we start working on a scene, and so yeah, I don't think we set out to make funny moments so much as the funny kind of finds itself into the show, and we embrace that. So thank you for noticing that.
Hello.
Hello.
I apologize now, this question's kind of difficult. What is one thing you think you've brought to your character's personality through the way that you've uniquely portrayed them? And what is one thing you think the other person has brought to their character that a different actor couldn't have?
Hair.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would have put up with that hair for 10 years.
12. So we answer for ourselves or for the other person?
Both.
Oh, come on. I think, okay, when the show started, my mother was an English teacher before she retired, and she taught archetypes and heroes, myths, and legends. And one of her topics she taught was about archetypes, like Joseph Campbell's mythology. And there's the friendly beast, and there's the unwilling protagonist, and there's the weapon of the trustworthy weapon, or whatever it is. So I feel like if we were to liken our characters to another saga, it'd be Star Wars, and Sam would be sort of the Luke Skywalker character, and Dean would be sort of the Han Solo character. If we're just looking purely at storytelling elements. I feel like what I've been given a chance, and in all fairness, shh. Sam cares about people. No, I feel that's funny. No, but I feel like, in all fairness, Mark Hamill got 7 hours to tell Luke Skywalker's story. I've had 245 hours to tell Sam's story. But I think we've really, with help from the writers and the directors, we've seen Sam really care about other people. I think in Star Wars, just to purely use the lines of the story, Star Wars was a lot about Luke Skywalker, his journey. He didn't really have time for other people's journeys, but we've seen Sam Winchester really get involved with other people's trials and tribulations. And I hope I was a part of that. I hope my personality maybe helped guide the writers to write Sam like that. And almost on a similar note, I feel like the swashbuckling, handsome, roguish hero that would have been Han Solo, and Joseph Campbell identified archetypes for Star Wars, but was Dean Winchester. I feel like Dean's brought a vulnerability and a humanism to Dean Winchester that we don't see outside of Supernatural.
I'll start with what he brings. Intelligence. Which is an interesting facet of Sam Winchester, because a lot of times he is kind of the brooding, reluctant hero. But there is, I think Jared has filtered in this layer of high intelligence throughout the 12 seasons that I'm not sure I know many actors that could have layered that in so delicately. So, forget everything you just heard. And then for, what was the other part? What I think I brought to Dean is ruggedly handsome good looks. and his ability to pratfall.
I think the comedy. There was not a lot of comedy with Dean. It was roguish, but it wasn't. I mean, I feel like, in all fairness, I feel like there are a lot of cogs in this wheel, and if any one was missing, the wheel would collapse. But I feel like if Jensen didn't have such a mastery of comedic elements.
Mastery is a strong word.
I'll never say this in front of him, but if he didn't have such an ability, I'm trying to use big words so he doesn't understand. I feel like if he didn't have such a wonderful mastery of the comedic side of the scripts, that Supernatural would be so bogged down in all that's dramatic, that we wouldn't be here today talking to you guys about season 12 and working tomorrow on season 12. So, thank you very much. Cheers.
All right. Yeah. Aw. Yeah. Every now and again, a compliment slips out. Don't let it ruin what you think about us.
Erase your phones.
Hi.
Hello. I'm asking this for my friend Robin. And she's always going on about how perfect you guys are and that you're like
Carry on. Where is Robin? Robin, are you here?
She's not here, she can't afford to come, so I'm asking this for her. Yeah, and I'm trying to prove her wrong because I know you're humans like every one of us, right? And so my question is...
Get her!
So my question is, do you have funny shaped toes?
I misunderstood the question. What? No, Jared doesn't have funny shaped toes because they're not toes. They're a second set of hands. You could rip his arms off and he would still get through life fine. See this coffee cup down here where my feet are? If those weren't on, he would just use them to drink.
So, I don't know if mine are funny shaped, but my second toe is as long as my pinky, and my pinky's pretty long. And y'all will see a lot of it in episode 2.
It's known as the feet episode.
Journeys of the toe.
Why I gave you 4 toes?
I have a 5th toe. What's wrong with you?
Hey, scoot over. Scoot over.
To where?
This is the horrible staging. We're blocking we're blocking Billy. Billy seems like a nice guy.
Billy's been throwing shit at Jensen this whole time.
But
all these pics. So not funny shaped, but a bit larger than average. Much larger.
it's good, it evens things out on him. It's all a balance.
Very small chin. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For that trip down a horrible lane.
Hi.
Hi there. One of the things that I think that most of us...
Dean, I think we're needed. I just heard like a...
Is that Baby Manzano?
I think it's a...
Is it?
Was that a Wendigo? It's like a Wendigo, Banshee, alien, ghoul, goblin, prowling.
Jose, is that your baby?
Where's Hosey?
Oh.
Okay, not
Baby Manzano's quiet right now.
Uh,
That one is not.
I'm about to go all Donald Trump and kick that baby out.
I'm just kidding. I love babies. Babies are great.
love
Babies love
babies.
me.
I love when they're
We're
outside.
gonna make babies great again.
The baby can stay. For now.
Where were we? Hi.
Hi, that's exactly what I was going to talk about. Is one of the
Babies?
things
Alien babies?
babies, Jensen's babies, and your babies, and how I think what we all love the most is how you guys are one big family and go out together and spend time together, and like what a restaurant visit would be like with your kids now, and do they behave, and what it's going to be like with twins. I know from experience that restaurants with kids can be tough. So, yeah.
I think Jensen has the best story for this. What's it when the kids all go out together? I don't think I was there for it. Were you there for it, or was it just Jen and Neil?
Which one?
And who's got?
Yeah, we got into a war with. I don't honestly know what story you're talking about. Oh yeah. That wasn't in a restaurant though. That's why I wasn't remembering it. Yes. Well, I think I may have told the story once, but they were together and they were outside of this little play area, the three of them, and there was like some like Nerf type of toys around, and Sheppy had picked one up, and somebody came up, an older kid came up and ripped it away from Sheppy, and he didn't like that very much, and so JJ came over and ripped it out of that kid's hands. And then the kid ripped it, and the kid was a couple years older than JJ. He ripped it out of her hands, and I'm watching him like this isn't gonna. And then before I could even like get up and get over there, JJ just goes, boom. And then I think Tom like came in and was like about to start kicking it. I'm like, whoa, whoa! It was like a 2.5 to 3 year old game fight. So JJ refers to Tom and Shep as her boys. So they're my boys.
Y'all have matching tattoos. It's a skull and crossbones.
Yeah.
In their neck.
Yeah, little did we know that was actually an initiation. Dinners can be tough, as anybody with young children can attest. It's going to get really tricky when there's two. However, when JJ was a baby up until she was probably 6 months, don't judge. We just slide her underneath the table, out like a light, and we'd have a nice dinner. So we're cool for a little while, but once that doesn't work, then we do have the tranquilizer, also known as the iPad, which we don't like to use too often, but it is a necessary thing.
It's a game changer.
I do remember we were just the other day. Danielle had brought her headphones, and we were in a loud, crowded place, and JJ was we were blowing right through nap time, and we were on borrowed time. She was about to have a full meltdown. So, boom, out came the iPad, and Danielle quickly plugged her headphones in and slapped them on JJ. And she was cool and content. I think we're at the grocery store. And this dad with like 2 young daughters comes walking by and goes, "That baby has Beats headphones?" I had this reaction that kind of scared me, where I was like, "What'd you say?" Like, I was instantly angered at. And I didn't say that, but it was the look of like, say one more thing about my kid, and it's on. He didn't, he walked away. But it's gonna be tricky. I don't think that we're gonna be doing a whole lot of like eating out with the children as much as we'd like to. There's probably going to be a whole network of babysitters and family that help us out. So it'll be interesting. Yeah, any takers?
In that case, oh, thank you very much.
Hi there.
So you guys are 2 Texan boys who were brought up to do this show in Vancouver, and Americans and Canadians do have a lot in common, but we also have a lot of cultural differences, and I was wondering if there were any examples of things that you guys found odd or unusual coming up here and working with your amazing Canadian crew.
We have a different name for the last shot of the day. When you're filming and when you're in America and you're filming, it's the last shot of the day, we call it the martini. Here it's called the window. That was probably the first thing that struck me. They were like, "It's the window shot." And I was like, what is that? And in America, they called it martini because it meant that as soon as the shot was over, you were having a martini. And in Canada, it was called the window because it meant after the shot, you're going to the window to get your paycheck.
Now, I believe, and I'm not 100% certain, so don't quote me on this, but the shot before the last shot is called the Abby Singer, or the Abby, in both places. And Abby Singer is an old director, and he used to, I believe, leave for the second to last shot to go make his martini, and then come back for the last shot with his martini, which I believe is where they got the term the Abbey and the martini.
He was a friend of Kim Manners.
He was. Yeah, there's a lot of terminology that's different. Where all the trucks are parked is called base camp in the States, and here it's called a circus. So there's a lot of terminology, and then also there's different pronunciations. Stickers on your car are called a decal.
Not
up here
decal.
they're called a decal.
Gravy is called gravy, not poutine. I like to wear beanies, not toques. We call it ice skating, not hockey.
I'm just looking for like pucks that are going to be chucked this way. I will say, however, one thing that I don't need to do the conversion from Celsius to Fahrenheit anymore. I know what 18 degrees feels like. That's certainly one thing. And I will say this is one thing that always kind of struck me on is that not odd. It makes sense, I guess, when you're talking about the economy and all that stuff. But Canadians seem to know a lot more about American politics than any American knows about Canadian politics. I'm seeing Trump and Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton bumper stickers up here with like British Columbia plates on it. I'm like, what? Why? I mean, but it's that's interesting to me.
You mean they don't have Christy Clark stickers on the bumpers in Austin?
I honestly didn't.
Rob Ford?
Oh, we're sorry.
Rob Ford. However, with all the slight, subtle differences that make us a little different than Canadians, it is a wonderful place with wonderful people, and we've been privileged to be working here for 12 years.
Last 40 years.
Thank you very much. Hi.
Hey.
Hi. So, I do a lot of improv. So my question is.
You what?
Sorry?
That was my question.
I apologize.
Sorry.
You can tell I'm Canadian. Anyway, how much improv is in the average scene, and how do you know when to put that in, as opposed to just kind of following what's written?
There's more improv in the rehearsal and the staging of the scene. So the big difference is with TV, if we're doing a scene and we shoot the master and it's, hey, what are you doing? I'm going to the store. We just went to the store. We forgot apples. You don't like apples? Yeah, well, I gotta go. And then he leaves. It's like, you shoot it, you move on. Now it's his coverage. And he goes, I say, where are you going? I'm going to the store. We just went to the store. Yeah, we forgot apples, and I also wanted to get a magazine, and blah, blah, blah. Well, you don't like magazines, but you can't cut. Once you've done the master of a scene, you can't change it, because otherwise he's going to have lines that I don't have any line to. So he might have the most amazing improv line in the world, but there's no response.
Unless you're really good. And you make sure that they give a reaction to something that then you can keep in your back pocket and wait until your coverage to unload.
Yeah, there are those. But for the most part, the improv is figured out early on. In the blocking, we regularly kind of make things work for us even better than they maybe work on the page, which is amazing.
But I would say it's less about just making up stuff off the cuff while the cameras are rolling, and more about kind of massaging a scene and making it sound a little, changing a word here, moving a line there. There was one scene we did last year where Jared and I were reading it, and we just had this, it wasn't feeling right. It was clunky. There was the characterization behind the lines weren't right. It was just, something was off. And I think it was you. He was like, I have an idea. Hey, I'll take credit for it.
Oh no, I want credit.
Yeah, exactly.
I think you were blaming me, but I'll take it.
It's credit.
I'll take it. Yeah, it's me, guys.
He said, humor me. Let's switch all of our lines. You do all of Sam's lines and I'll do all of Dean's lines. I was like, all right. And we read it, and it was like it should have been. It read the way that a Dean and Sam, a fish named Dean, should sound. And so there are instances during the show where we will get ideas, we will add those to the scene, we will do some sort of
in improv I think in our world isn't the classic what you think, like, hey, this is a scene where we're sitting down at a table, but now I'm gonna get up and like unplug a speaker wire, and now I'm gonna go run through the audience. Like, that cannot happen, just logistically. But there are things like, even on Friday, when we are shooting now with one of our newest and most favorite directors, Nina Lopez-Corrado. We all know because she shot Red Meat last year. And she's directing, and we had this idea involving Dean and pie. And it wasn't written in the script per se, but it also wasn't, I think at this point in time, there's not a writer on Supernatural who has known Sam Winchester or Dean Winchester as long as Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles have known Sam Winchester and Dean Winchester. And so they leave a lot open for us to not embellish or improv, but to improve or to make little nuances that are true to who Sam has been for 12 years, true to who Dean has been for 12 years. And so there was something that That's going to be the first scene of episode 5 that we just shot on Friday. If you guys decide to watch episode 5 this year, the first scene with us, there's some pie stuff, and just know that it came from Jared and Jensen. Thank you.
Hi.
Hello. There's a lot of action shows on the CW now that have lots of fight scenes and that. They're often, the superheroes are very choreographed, whereas Supernatural stayed with that really gritty, often quite brutal fight and action. I love that about the show. What have been some of the more either enjoyable or challenging action scenes that you've done in recent times? Fight scenes or...
It's a great question. I have a question for you. Do you know anything about, like, websites? What website would you say we should go to if we wanted to find something out about Supernatural?
Well, there's Busty Asian Beauty.
Nope.
You could try the supernaturalwiki.com.
For those of you who are new to the family, if y'all do not know supernaturalwiki.com, then you should know, and you should give her a round of applause.
I broke it.
I shit you not. I use it. I'm on the show, and I'm on it more than once a week, researching. So, thank you very much.
Thank you, Jared.
Action scenes.
Actually, you just brought up red meat. I would say that was one of the more brutal fight sequences that we've done in recent years. Was that opening scene with the vampires? That's what I said.
A few of you were listening.
I'll just check the wiki.
Yeah, hang on, let me look at Super Wiki real quick. That was a very long, grueling shoot.
Very long. That scene was a very long, grueling shoot.
It was
a full day. I mean, it was like 14 hours of resetting and changing from a shirt that didn't have blood on it to a shirt that had blood on it, and squibs, and the gunfight, and there's a huge fight scene with knives, and
then there's like pulling the bullet out, and sutures, and bandages, and cutting down the victims, and getting them wrapped up, and then getting everybody together, and finding the key. There were so many elements. I remember reading that scene going, this is a really, really awesome scene. It's gonna suck to shoot. And it did, however, Nina, God love her, came in and just nailed it. She knew
Thank God.
Because that could have been a double win. But
it was also one of those scenes where I think Ackles and I both read it going like, this is gonna suck. And it probably sucked a skosh more for me because I was the one who was shot and was doing the shaky sort of like bandage on the thing, but he still was having to go cut down the other victims and carry them and take stuff over to me and pull. I mean, it was like prop hell, it was special effects hell, it was visual effects hell. But I think because Nina did such a great job, we knew we were doing what was necessary. There's a funny tipping point with directors where if you feel like they don't know what the hell they're doing, that the actors start protecting themselves and holding back. So if I'm with a director, and we've had a few, where I feel like they don't know what they're doing.
Had a few?
Yeah. We've had a few where I just go like, God, they don't know what they're doing. I better just protect myself because I may be doing this for hours. With Nina, she was moving, she got something, she moved on, she told us, here's where this shot's gonna come in, yada yada. And so I felt like I was in really good hands. And that was one of the bigger episodes of the season. I know we had big, massive episodes with God of the Darkness, But as far as like the independent lore, the fight scenes, Sam getting shot in the gut and dying while Dean kind of pseudo dies because
Both characters die.
Both characters die. I mean, it was a huge episode. For a director who had only one other episode of television directing, and this is her first Supernatural, so we can't give her enough credit. But it was a great script, and I know Jensen and I worked our asses off on it. But I feel like he's right. That scene going from like a crazy fight scene to a weird special effects scene really felt like this is what Supernatural. This is where we shine. So.
It felt like what Kripke used to call a mini horror movie of the week. It had that depth to
Which
it.
we love those. I think just things to do that.
Now get back to work. Because I'm going on Supernatural week when I get home, so thanks, Mom. Hello.
I'm super nervous, but I'll act calm.
We're Supernatural.
So it's my first con, and I had 0 questions except I thought of something when I was coming in and on the boards where you sell your pictures and everything. I noticed that Jensen sells out super fast. So do you guys have any like friendly competition or betting as to who's he gonna sell it this time? Or is there a mockery? Or is there like congratulations?
Well, we started betting early on, and now I'm kind of really, back myself into a corner here because I buy them all. So I have thousands of photos of myself just so I can win a bet. It really backfired on me.
It's a nice collage.
It really backfired on me. One day I'll give them all to Jared.
That's a great idea. Friendly.
Yes. Yeah. I'll reupholster Mark Shepard's car.
I don't know how he found out. Did somebody tell him?
At least his breath smells good.
What's that supposed to mean? Oh, okay.
Not if he ate the sandwich.
At least his breath smells good. No, there's no competitiveness when it comes to that kind of stuff. It is what it is, and I think he and I are both just thrilled to be selling a picture. So I think those are the kind of things that if you're smart about your friendships, you leave those things alone. Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Awesome.
That's good. Me too. I'm a little nervous. This is actually my first convention, and we're having a lot of fun. My friend, my friend Katie and I.
That was great.
And action. We're good. How are you?
Good. This is our first convention, and
awesome.
We're really excited.
Awesome.
Yeah. Woo.
Great.
So excited. Calm it down over there.
Security.
So anyway.
So anyways.
So I'm a little nervous, and I'm wondering, you guys are celebrities and all. Are there other
What?
It's shocking. In case you didn't know.
Did y'all know this?
They're like, you're not celebrities.
So anyway.
So anyway, yeah. First convention, and happy for you guys, celebrities, woo.
This is what we do.
You may possibly be my favorite person on the face of the planet.
You may be my favorite person on the planet. Thanks. Anywho,
Maybe I should have sat down. So I'm wondering, is there another celebrity out there that would leave you guys like this? Like all of this. Who is it? Have you met them? How'd it go? Or if you haven't met them, who is it and why would you be like this?
Well, I didn't hold my cool as well as you are or did. Should I tell better?
Vetter's amazing. So, some of you may have heard this story. We go to a fundraising charity event, very small, intimate concert with Eddie Vedder. And it's at someone's house in their backyard.
Literally.
And so we go, and we have no business. We are not nearly the celebrity that needed to be to walk through this door. But somehow we managed to get our way, to find our way in. So we go in, sit down, listen to the concert. He is a massive Pearl Jam fan. And
woo.
So after the concert, and they were serving drinks during the concert. And, you know, we had
yeah. Woo!
Jared was imbibing, as one does, as we were, and after the concert, we had an opportunity to meet him. And he was standing there.
Like Adam Sandler.
Yeah, there was. We had no business there. I'm standing there talking to a couple of people, and Eddie walks up and kind of joins the conversation, and I shut down. But
he's
still,
like, Eddie, woo.
But Eddie, love the concert. And I'm standing there, and I'm like, okay, just shut it down, just play it cool, steady freaking better. And so then I guess Jared sees this as his opportunity, and he comes kind of stumbling over.
I'll do it. I'm having a conversation. Look over, I see Jensen. Vetter's there. I ruined your speaker. This is heavy.
And then it got bad. Because then Jared goes, "What are you drinking?" And I don't even know what it was. But Jared goes, can I try it? And Eddie just goes, and hands it off, and Jared just he's like, right on. And Eddie looks, he's like, you can keep it. And that's when I grab Jared and I go, right to the door, right to the parking lot, into the car, and home we went.
I feel better now, thanks.
You feel better? Yes. I I've never had a reaction like that if I see a famous person, I generally try to avoid at all cost. And I don't know what that is. It's like, oh, there's so-and-so. All right, I'm going over here now. I don't know what that is. It's just like, self-preservation maybe. I remember we were in Rome, the Rome convention this past year. We were at.
Going all the way?
We're going all the way. We were at sitting in a restaurant outside, and all of a sudden, here comes Kristen Wiig. Walks right up to the table, and this is where my mind goes. I don't even know who she knew. She knew somebody that we were sitting with, and comes up and says, Felicia. So Felicia Day was what's that? Maybe 2 years ago. That was last year. Yeah. So it was Felicia. So she walks up and starts talking to Felicia, and I just go in shutdown mode because I like me some Kristen Wiig. I do. And Felicia's like, this is Jensen. I'm like, mm-hmm.
Wrong hand, Jensen, wrong hand.
I'm like, that's what they call me.
What?
And Felicia just does one of these. I'm sorry. And then gets up and takes her and walks her away from the moron.
You Ryan Lochte, Kristen Wiig. Kristen, this is my friend Jensen Ackles. Jensen the Ackles. Jensen Ackles.
Hola. Jensen, we're in Italy. Yep.
So you.
Oh, it was bad. So I don't know. You never know. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi. So this is probably the scariest thing I've ever done. So what's the scariest thing you've done? Ever?
Try to introduce myself to Kristen Wiig. Scariest thing I've ever done.
Having twins.
Yeah, it's about to happen. All right.
Yeah, we saw you. You seem crazy. That's a really good question. I wish I knew. I think I have a weird fight or flight sort of survival mechanism where when I'm really scared, for the most part, my brain shuts off. I know the Eddie Vedder thing happened. I don't necessarily recall it.
I was so mad the next day because we were talking and no, he didn't meet Eddie Vedder. He embarrassed himself in front of Eddie Vedder.
I have an Eddie Vedder story too. That's awesome. We gotta talk about this later.
Well, so here's the problem. I was talking to the person who was in charge of his, I think it was his manager, and
why didn't you tell me that?
I did tell you. And she was like, "Hey, listen, we're gonna wait till most everybody clears out. You guys are welcome to stay and hang with Eddie and some of the other fellows down here, and we're gonna probably just jam out and just hang out and have some drinks and stuff." And I'm like, "Oh, that'd be amazing." And that's when Eddie walked up. And then that's when Jared fell onto me. And I decided that it's best I get him out of here and save some face. Yeah, dude.
I never heard this story.
Oh, man. Anger for days afterwards. Numbnuts here. So we just decided
we also got backstage. So one of Pearl Jam's publicists or something was a fan of Supernatural, and they had shown in Vancouver many years ago. and we got backstage passes. And so I was going with my girlfriend at the time, Genevieve, maybe my wife, we have kids. And we walk in holding hands, and then all of a sudden she's like, baby. And I'm like, what? She's like, ow. I'm like, what? I was like, quit squeezing my hand. And I was like, I'm sorry. That's just Mike McCready over there. Apparently we walked in and I was like, zzz. And she's like, ow, baby, calm down. I'm like, what? Sorry.
But then he did the, and I'm not overplaying this. He did the. Should I go say hi? Should I probably go say. Should I introduce myself, or should I just like go say hi? You know what? I'll wait till he comes this way. No, I'll go that way. I'll go over there, and I'll say no. I'm gonna hang back. I'm gonna try to play it cool. And Jensen, what should I do? Should I go over there right now, or should I stay? I should go. I'm gonna go because I'm not gonna go on the stage or the way that he comes over here, and that's what's gonna be fine. Okay. Hi.
And he ended up going up there?
What's that?
He ended up going?
Yeah, I think you ended up introducing yourself, and with all of us over there going like,
no.
It's really fun to be the 6'4" sweaty dude when trying to like introduce yourself to somebody as you walk and be like, hey, who?
What is your better story?
I met him twice. One time at Lollapalooza in 1992, like the second Lollapalooza ever. I was just like, he was walking around like they were not that well known. He's walking around. I was like, hey, you got it, oh my God. And I was like, yeah, I got your autograph. And he's like, no. We're like, how about a picture? And he's like, no, man, no, but like, I'll remember you, man. I'll remember you. And I was like, and so now every show I go to, I'm like. But then the second story is that I went to see his solo show and we got backstage passes. I was with a friend of Ben Harper's who opened up for him. So I went with Ben Harper, who I just met too, and Eddie in Eddie's dressing room. Everybody cleared out. It's Eddie, Ben, my friend, and like one other person.
And you're just like urinating all over.
Urinating. So it's like me, a person I didn't know, and Eddie. And
I'm Eddie?
Yeah. And Eddie is talking to somebody else, right? And Eddie's talking to somebody else, and I was like, I gotta have a conversation. I gotta talk to him. I haven't said anything yet. So I was like,
so you asked this person to move?
No, I go, hey man, will you ask him for a cigarette? Because he was smoking a cigarette. And she was like, why are you asking yourself? I was like, I'm shy. And then Eddie, talking this way, right? Goes like this, to his pack of cigarettes. He was like, so he heard me. Eddie's ears heard my voice. And that's the end of the story, unfortunately. I never said anything else. So I'm just as bad as Jared when it comes to it's probably best, you know what I mean? Then we can still hold him high. You know what I mean?
Well, what you didn't see is when you turned and left the dressing room, he looked at you and went.
Totally.
Because he's that cool.
I remember you. So cool. And so short, too. That's why I like it.
He was like, wait, didn't you used to have a beard? Is this that magical time?
It's that magical time.
SBN family, say hi to, it was loud, Emilia. It was very loud, sure. You have Kim and mine, and Jensen's.
It's like a press conference.
Do you feel like the president?
No.
You need more microphones?
Probably.
So you are the last question. So we are looking forward to your, I guess that's a good word for it, question.
adopted family or through like direct bloodlines. So I was wondering if like a spin-off could ever be about Sam and Dean's continued family.
As long as we don't talk about bloodlines.
So, the question is,
One question. All in all, could a spin-off go about our extended family? That would mean Supernatural would have to end. No. What about a long time from now? When do y'all think Sam and Dean? When do y'all?
that one's got legs. Figuratively. Thank you.
When do y'all think Sam and Dean should retire? Season 13.
He said season 30.
I still heard only knows. Fighting Demons of Cain.
Who would you like to see a spin-off with?
Well, I'd like to see like anything like Sam and Dean when they're older, like
Sam and Dean. Who?
Dean and Sam.
Okay, who could you see a spin-off?
If they ever get older and have children, whether it be daughters or sons, or adopt children, like if they take in children who were abandoned by their parents, whether they were killed by monsters.
Like Children of the Corn. See where you're going with this. Oddly enough, this year I believe we're going to venture into the hunter's world a little more than we normally have. And not to like try to plant a seed for any kind of a spin-off or anything like that. I think just literally we've never really explored the network that exists out there. So there may be opportunity for some very beloved characters to come our way. However, there are already very beloved characters that are I'm just saying. Wayward Daughters does have a nice ring to it. I would like to see, however, all kidding aside, I would love to see something more happen from what this show has created. I'd like to see it go on, whether it's a feature, whether it's another show inspired by the characters of the show, whether it is a full spin-off, whatever it is. I'd love to see this family continue to have something in their life.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
In this
whether it's a feature without Sam and Dean, or a spin-off without Sam and Dean, or another couple.
Or maybe it's a fishing show with Sam and Dean. Sitting on the dock of the bay.
This is the best show. I love this show.
My fault.
Emilia, thank you so
yes,
much.
thank you very much. That was our last question. I think that was the last question. That was the last question. You know what that was? It was the last question. Thank you, Vancouver. As always, we love you. Thank you for hosting this show of ours and being so amazing to us for 12 years. This is our second home, and we couldn't be more proud to call it that. Thank you all. For those of you who traveled here, have a very safe trip home. For those of you who live here, thank you for letting us be such a guest in your city. Jared Padalecki, ladies and gentlemen. Jensen Albert.
Did you see Jared hug me? So firm, you guys, so firm. All right, recover. There are photos